All right, class, let's dive into Cactus Grandiflorus, also known as the night-blooming cereus. Now, if you're gearing up for your competitive exams, this is a big one. It's a remedy you absolutely must know inside and out. It's really famous for two main things: a super intense action on the heart and this very specific, kind of unforgettable sensation of constriction. We're going to break all of that down.
So here's our roadmap. First, we'll look at the remedy's foundation, which is all about congestion and hemorrhage. Then we get to its core identity, what I call the great constrictor. After that, we'll explore its unique pains and timing. We'll wrap things up by comparing it to some similar remedies, and then, of course, a little quiz to see what you've learned.
Okay, first things first. To really get a handle on cactus, we have to start at the very beginning, with the circulatory system. You see, its whole story begins with its powerful effect on blood flow, which leads to this state of congestion.
Now, let's look at the original text. It gives us our first major clue: sanguineous congestions in persons of plethoric habit, often resulting in hemorrhage. Right off the bat, we've got two huge ideas: congestion and bleeding. But you're probably asking, what in the world is a plethoric habit?
Well, it's pretty straightforward, really. It describes a person who has a tendency toward having an excess of blood. You can picture it: someone who's robust, full-blooded, maybe with a flushed, reddish complexion. Their body is just naturally set up for congestion. Think of this constitution as the fertile soil where all the other cactus symptoms are going to grow.
And of course, where there's that much congestion, bleeding often follows. The text is very clear on where this can happen: hemorrhage from nose, lungs, stomach, rectum, bladder. So we're not talking about a minor issue here. This is a systemic tendency.
The key thing to remember here is the scope. This isn't just a nosebleed. The tendency to bleed is systemic. Cactus has such a broad effect on the blood vessels that bleeding can pop up from pretty much any orifice. This makes it a go-to remedy in acute situations. And for your exams, it's absolutely crucial you can compare it to other big hemorrhage remedies like critalis, millefolium, and phosphorus.
Okay, now we're moving from congestion to the single most defining feature of cactus. What makes it famous? Its identity as the great constrictor. Seriously, if you remember only one thing about this remedy, make it this. This is the absolute center of its entire picture.
This quote from the Materia Medica just says it all. It's one of the most vivid descriptions you'll ever read. Whole body feels as if caged, each wire being twisted tighter and tighter. Can you just picture that? It's not a vague ache. It's this very specific, very mechanical feeling of being squeezed.
And this feeling isn't just in one place. The text tells us it can show up almost anywhere. Constriction of throat, chest, heart, bladder, rectum, uterus, vagina. And what's really interesting is that it can be triggered by the slightest contact. So you've got this widespread, sensitive, constrictive state. But of all the constrictions, this right here is the grand keynote. This is the symptom that screams cactus. Heart feels as if clasped and unclasped rapidly by an iron hand, as if bound, had no room to beat. That sensation, that iron hand gripping the heart, that is the absolute, undeniable hallmark of this remedy. So you see, this constrictive feeling might be described in a few different ways: an iron band, a tightly tied cord, but they're all pointing to the same core feeling. These are the classic signs you're going to look for in any cardiac case that might need cactus. Okay, great. We've got congestion and we've got constriction. Now let's add another layer and look at the specific quality of the pains and the really distinct time modality that comes with cactus. The arachnes themselves are unique. The text describes them as darting, springing like chain lightning, and ending with a sharp, vice-like grip. So you see the pattern? You have this sudden, almost electric pain that climaxes in that classic cactus constriction.
And now for something that is pure gold for your exams: the time modality. You have to remember this. For cactus, fevers and symptoms get worse with clock-like precision at 11 a.m. and 11 p.m. This is a huge differentiating symptom that you've just got to memorize.
And here's another one of those classic, strange, rare, and peculiar symptoms that examiners just love to ask about. The text says, menstrual flow ceases when lying down. It's a highly characteristic keynote, and for comparison, you'll want to think about bovista and causticum.
All right, let's start pulling all of these threads together into a nice high-yield summary.
We'll also see how cactus stacks up against other remedies that you might get it confused with.
So let's quickly recap the key identifiers. At the very core, it's all about constriction, that iron hand or caged feeling. This whole picture often starts from a background of hemorrhage in plethoric people. The timing is a massive clue, that strict 11 a.m. and 11 p.m. aggravation. Then you add in that unique menstrual symptom and a mental state where there's a deep fear of death, and there you have it, the complete picture of cactus.
Now, knowing how to differentiate remedies is a critical skill. So let's quickly compare cactus with aconite and lachesis. Look at the constitution. Sure, they can all be plethoric, but each one has its own flavor. Then there's the fear. Cactus has this fear that their disease is incurable, while aconite's fear is sudden, intense, and they might even predict the time of their death. But really, the heart sensation is the dead giveaway. That iron hand grip of cactus is just unmistakable. All right, we've gone through all the key features. Now it's time for a quick pop quiz to see what's really sunk in. Let's test your understanding. Ready? Question 1. The most characteristic sensation of Cactus grandiflorus is A, burning, B, numbness, C, constriction, or D, bruised soreness.
Question 2. The fever paroxysm of Cactus grandiflorus characteristically returns at A, 10 a.m. and 10 p.m., B, 11 a.m. and 11 p.m., C, 12 p.m. and 12 a.m., or D, 3 a.m. and 3 p.m.
And our last one, question 3. According to Alan's Keynotes, in cactus, the menstrual flow, A, is profuse when lying down, B, is worse during the day, C, ceases when lying down, or D, is accompanied by fainting.
Okay, let's check your answers. For question 1, the answer is definitely C, constriction. Just think of that caged feeling in the iron hand. For question 2, the correct time is B, 11 a.m. and 11 p.m. That's the clock-like regularity we talked about. And for number 3, the answer is C, the menstrual flow ceases when lying down, that classic strange, rare, and peculiar symptom. So, to wrap it all up, if there's one single image you take away from this, let it be the iron hand. The absolute core of cactus is that intense physical constriction, and it's built on a constitutional foundation of congestion. If you can remember that connection, you'll have mastered the essence of this really important remedy. Thanks for tuning in.